23:57 seconds of Pisces at 5 to midnight tonight. So 11:55 tonight on the West Coast. So y'all, we're heading into eclipse season. Eclipsing. Eclipse season. Look at that. It's like a weird light over there. Okay, anyway, eclipse season. You're going to help me. We're going to fix the set. Look what we're going to do. We're going to turn this on and hide it from the set. Hi. I'm still doing my bullshit that I'm always doing on here. Hi, everyone. There. The light is now blue. Life is corrected. We are corrected. There's like a weird shadow light over here. But whatever, you know how it is on the set. It changes every day. I move the stuff out of the way. The cat climbs on the lamps. The lamps fall over. We don't know. Okay, how is everybody? We haven't, I know, it's a full blood moon and it's a lunar eclipse tonight at 11:55 p.m. Cali time. So then add 3 hours, which is 2:55 a.m. East Coast time, and wherever else in the world you are, you got to figure that out for yourself because I can't do it. Oh my God, you're sick. Yeah, no, boo. Oregano oil is super good. So anyhow, yeah, I had the best phone call today, so I'm going to tell you guys about it. I'm going to tell you guys, okay? So, well, maybe I won't tell you guys. But anyway, Keith's court case is progressing, and we got good news today. That's what I'm going to say. We got good news about Keith's case moving forward against the person who had a passenger a passenger in their car. I'm not giving away what they are, but in their car. And we got them. We got it furthered in court. It's being followed through with by the court. So this is a good thing thus far. I'm not going to get money from this woman, but she knows that we family, Keith's family, we the family of Keith, know that she is the cause of it. And because she chose to not say anything, we incurred tremendous personal loss, not to mention what she did to begin with. And what I'm going to say is the initial witness behind my child, whose name was Ryan. Anyway, Ryan made a comment to me at the time that he found me because the police did not give me the witnesses' names. They gave me a witness's name, but not all of the witnesses' name, and they kind of wrote it on a side paper. So I put, remember when I was putting the plaques out there? I'm just getting this off my chest to begin with. I put the signs out there for what happened to Keith. Anyway, this kid, this young man, he called me about a month after, and he mentioned a particular person and said, you know, this person pulled out in front of your son and your son had to go, but she didn't cause anything. Look at, that's a weird glare there. She didn't cause anything because she didn't hit him. And so just so you know, there's a thing in the law that is hit and run, and it can be no contact. So just because you don't physically contact somebody, I had to get rid of that light. I don't know what's with this camera. Maybe it's smudgy back there. Might be smudgy. I was eating. I'm always eating. Anyway, so when he said that to me, I equated it, and I remember saying this to Ryan at the time. I said, if I'm on the side of a cliff and you lunge at me, I feel I'm in imminent danger, and therefore I have to jump off the back of the cliff, right? And so then I would die if I fell off this cliff. So when you lunge at somebody with a vehicle, stop and lunge again, the person is going to turn around to look to see if you're up their ass. And then, you know, the shit that happened, right? So that's the shit that happened to my son. But yes, exactly. And then if it weren't for Ryan, and poor Ryan passed away 2022, I was going to meet him, and that's how I found out he passed away. He was going to show me where he was and where Keith was and all of that. But anyway, he passed away. He was Jason's age, so he'd be turning 33 this year, I believe. Excuse me. Anyhow, we all have colds in Los Angeles, of course. He gave me such a pertinent piece of information in the way that he worded it. And I remember talking to him that day, talked to him for an hour and a half. And I remember becoming enraged, not at him, but at the idea that I knew what he was saying and I understood where he was coming from, but I could feel that energy. And so that is why, and I'm going to tell you guys this, as a mother, as a father, as a brother, as a sister, whoever you are to the person that's passed away, even if the police tell you, your relatives tell you, whoever tells you that you're crazy, they're dead already, you don't need to look into it, it won't bring them back, you need to unturn the rocks, because if you unturn them, you will get the story of what happened to your loved one. And that is extremely important, because what will drive you crazy is what you don't know, okay? What you don't know about it. So it was really, really, yeah, Ryan, I know, Ryan, he passed. I think it's been, his poor family went through the same thing. And he was a pretty funny kid. And he was going to meet me. He was nice enough. He called me. But it was what he said that made me subpoena the LAPD body cam footage, because no one mentioned what he was saying, okay? So no police officer, no other person, nobody. So I knew that I had to find out where this person was. And so my friend, Officer Stacy, who's a homicide detective, gave me the paperwork and basically showed me redacted wise how to fill it out, pro se or pro per, which I did. You still have to file a lawsuit, and that's always going to cost you money. So you're not going to get away with doing anything without putting some of your money into it. That's just the way it is. No, nothing gets done for free, really. People do help, but as far as court paperwork, you're not going to get off of that. And you still have to pay when you're picking up the body cam footage. Anyway, I found what I was looking for on that footage. So I'm so very grateful that I heard it the way that I heard it, and that I followed through, because it was the most arduous, uncomfortable person, an arduous experience of enragement, okay, enraged at this, that my beautiful child would have that happen to him. It pissed me off so bad that every time I went down to LA, I had to take time off work, use gas money, usually drag John in the car or any other willing participant, go up to the 19th floor, give them the paperwork for them to reject it, because I filled it out wrong every single time for 3 years, okay? For 3 years, I filled it in wrong. It's just little, I'm so dyslexic and so, whatever. I had to keep going down there. So I would go running and I'd get in my workout clothes, because you got to walk through downtown LA, and who wants to do that, right? So I just go all sweaty, park, run through there, go up to the 19th floor and do it again. Oh, there's Andro. You guys follow Andro over there. Follow Andro on here. He does great videos. YouTube censoring him because he said the word gun, because he interviewed Officer Claudia, who got attacked and shot in the face with her partner, and her story. I told you guys, go look at that. Go look at that. Seriously. Andro on here, you see him. He was in the chats. He just went by. And because he uses the word gun, because she's an LAPD officer and they fucking have guns, who's doing this censoring? Shut up. Who's doing the censoring? Fuck these people. Who is censoring? What, you can't say gun? Do I have to say sexual assault? No, it's sexual assault. I'm almost 60. That's the grown-up word. Sexual assault, rape. I'm not going to say he was graped. A person was graped. And the word is gun, not pew pew. Okay? It's not a fucking pew pew. It's a gun. It's an actual gun that you have to go register for. She had a job where she was given a gun. It's these people making up words are retarded. And yeah, I mean that, okay? Sorry, I know, Generation X. Anyway, that's what you have to say it. It's the real word. They get you to skip back on the word, And then you start making up euphemisms for the word. Like, I'm going to talk about my hoo-ha. It's your vagina. I'm going to talk about my pee-pee. It's your penis. You know what I'm saying? Like, say the word. Say the word. Say the word. For the love of God, say the word. Just say it. And the more that we have to censor our own speech, like he's actually telling the story of a female during the month of, it was, what was it, Women's Day the last week. He's telling the story of a brave ass young woman in the field who saved her partner, saved herself, came back to it. And because he uses a word like gun, which is very appropriate in that story, it's not like he's just randomly blah, blah, blah gun. So yeah, they did it. I mean, I don't know what to say. I can't stand it. It makes me insane, okay? It makes me nuts. Crazy. I can't take it. Anyway, that's what they have to do. Say the real word. Say the word. Just say it, right? I'm never going to be careful. Yeah, no, go watch Andrew's video on that young woman, Claudia, Officer Claudia, because it is a beautiful video. And she's so succinct and so precious in how they speak. And here's another thing. Here's what John said today. So I was telling him, because we went to meet Andrew. I totally switched topics. We went to meet Andrew at the warehouse, and I made him check paint samples with me. He's like, I'm a guy. I don't want to look at your paint samples. I'm like, John, what's this look like? Andrew, what's this look like? Here's tile. What's this look like? What's the bathtub look like? All of this bullshit, right? So it's like, I'm like, but we all three decided on a color. Johnny, this is for you guys to know. Thank you so much for asking about Johnny. Johnny, 2 days ago, woke up out of the coma. So I don't know, he can't really move. He's had, other injuries, but meaning it'll take him a while to heal. But he woke up and he saw his daughter and he saw his sister and he recognized them and he recognized our names. So he's at least awake. I was afraid he wouldn't wake up. I didn't want to say anything, but he's such a cat with 9 lives. I'm trying to figure out his rising sign. We think Scorpio. But then I think Aries, because sometimes he reminds me of that. And then I think Leo, because he lands on his feet and keeps going. Like he has like 2,500 lifetimes. So anyway, he woke up. I was so grateful for that. So that's what his sister said. Like he woke up, he understood what she was saying, recognized his family members. Yeah, Aries, Ed Black, troublemaker. Anyway, so getting back to the story with Keithy, we got the judgment in court. So everything goes forward the way that it should. And had I not, and I'm going to do a shout out to Ryan, who crossed over, I guess 1.5 years after, just by his birthday. He was a Taurus and it was right by his birthday, if I remember correctly. And he passed away, but he gave me the information. So you may talk to somebody and you may think that you didn't help them, but it was in the words that he said and what he described. Okay, so what he described to me and what I realized that I didn't see in the paperwork and didn't hear from other person around. So when I heard that, I had to find that. So if you tell me there's a person who did pull out and then you say, but this person didn't contact hit, Keith just moved out of her way, hit their way. I'm not saying what it is. We already know what it is. It is a Capricorn that did this. Anyway, this particular person, when you say it like that, I had to find it and I couldn't find it anywhere. Like there was nothing. People sent me pictures. One of the first responders sent me a picture up the street and I recognized the description of what Ryan told me. But then there was no word around it. So that is why I went through the hell. And going to that courthouse ad nauseum and going to the court and filing wrongful death papers and trying to find someone to help you because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And then no, it's not Nola girl. She's not like you. This is a deranged Capricorn. Nothing's wrong with them. The person that ran my son off the road is a Capricorn. That's all. she's obviously, they are obviously, they're that person. That's their day, month of birth. But you never know what you're going to say that helps. And so I was looking for the words that I heard Ryan say. I was looking for those words, right? And I found them. And so it is very unlike you. There has to be, well, it came up in the eclipse. And when it happened, when we actually found out who this person was, it happened at the last Pluto Capricorn aspect. So, yeah, Capricorns are usually honorable and they'll usually admit what they've done. You know what I'm saying? They'll usually say, yeah, I did that, or no, I didn't do that. Exactly. So this one is hiding under some other crazy ass sign in the rising. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't look up birth records per se, but yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it was interesting. Anyway, we got good news in court today, and I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for every single one of you, Bobby, Stacy, all you psychics on my channel. Absolutely freaking amazing, giving me information from day one. I am so grateful. Yes, one-on-one with Andro. Yes, with Andro, and it's Andro Mamo. Yes, my tile. He helped me pick tile today and paint colors. So I was so grateful that you guys helped, and every single psychic, every single person, and every single person on Keith's crime page that brought this woman, this person, female, forward. I was so grateful that the information was found, and I had to ask you guys to help me find, because I was just literally at a loss. So you don't realize what you can do to help somebody else find something in their own life or clear something in their own life. Like, you may have the information or you may see something differently. So it was just, it doesn't bring Keith back. It will never bring Keith back. And again, people go, oh, you're going to win money. You only win money. Like, look at the OJ case. So OJ, did what he did, and the family sued him in civil court because he was found innocent in criminal court, but they sued, and he was found guilty in civil. Civil is a different requirement of whatever. Anyway, they put, what do you call it? Judgments against him. So OJ had to leave California because he couldn't work, because they could attach his income. So they didn't get any money, but at least OJ had to spend his life looking over his shoulder. No, yes, he didn't pay a dime, but that's not the point, Lori. The point is, OJ had to leave California. He did spend, look at the karma of this, 13 years, Nicole Brown Simpson's dead, and on the 13th year, OJ Simpson busts into a Las Vegas hotel room, steals back all of his Heisman Trophy BS bullshit, Illuminati shit, football crap, and gets busted for kidnapping because he wouldn't let them out of the room, even though it was his stuff, because Vegas has different rules. And then he was sentenced to 13 years, and he had to look over his back his entire life, because he knows that we know, that they know, that the Goldmans know, that the Browns know, that his children know, that his aunts and uncles know, that he's probably the one who did it. So it does weigh on you. And all I wanted was for the person that caused my son to go off the road, whether accidentally, deliberately, or somewhere in between, intoxicated, not I don't know what the circumstance was, but I want them to know that we know, and we know. And now that's been settled, that that's a thing. Like, my son, you weren't going to get away with it and then spy on me on social media and think you got away with something, and our family, and watch from a distance like a little voyeur fucking weirdo. You weren't going to do it. So it took a lot of work, but no, it's true. What you can do if you accidentally pull in front of somebody ever and it causes that kind of outrageous accident, you can save the family almost 5 years of devastating financial loss, mental loss, arguing, fighting, wasting of precious energy by just standing and saying, I pulled out, I didn't see them, it was an accident, and you'll be let go, but the family will know what happened. No, this person couldn't do that. No, she had to walk all over my son's body, not literally on his body, all around his body. And she was asked they were asked at least 4 times to give their name to the police, never giving their name to the police. So no wonder the police didn't have any name, because this person refused. They watched Keith's friend George. They described to the police what I looked like, who I was, who my husband was, who Keith was, who George was, the implications. Disgusting, okay? Disgusting. Disgusting. And no, I didn't sleep one night without thinking I would find who you were. So I found who you were. Checkmate. Okay. So yeah, no, I'm serious. I'm serious. The shit she said, the shit. And you know, all you have to do, even if you're a stupid person, they're cowards. That's a very good word. Coward. And then Bobby, my PI, and she's my friend, but she chose to be a PI for me. And I'm so grateful, because honestly, 90% of finding information came from Bobby, and she found everything, and worked with me diligently, guided me, as did her husband. And I've never met them in person. And she said Keith wanted her to. So you never know how you can help somebody, and you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know how you can help somebody. It could be as easy as saying something you observed that you think isn't relevant. Oh my God, Bobby was incredibly helpful, incredibly, even to the point that she communicated with these people. And of course, they're not going to acknowledge it. They told her she was full of shit. Okay. So yeah. And so is money acquired? Probably not. But the knowledge that we know who you are has been acquired. And that was important, so that my son can now go on to the next phase, because I'm not upset about it. You know what I mean? So there you go. There you go. That's what I want to say. Yeah, no, Bobby was the most amazing person. Now it's hot. I turned the heater on. Amazing. Freaking amazing. You're going to come with me to turn off my heater, where I'm going to leave the set. Come with me to turn off my heater in my filthy, dirty little bad lighting. Okay, and stepping over wires. Okay, we're stepping. Can you see the mess? Here's the mess. Okay. Oh my God. I have a little air freshener heater thing, because it clears that. Where's the cat? It clears all the cat fur, because I'm so allergic to her. She cannot sleep in my bed with me. I know that makes you guys mad, but she can't, because I itch. And then my eyes get swollen, and then I get nasally. So I can't. That's what happens to me. Okay, so there we are. Thank you guys for all the super chats. Yeah, no, Bobby's the best. You have no idea. The amount of work calling me when she located that person. And it was right after Jason and Meadows' birthday. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning my time, which is 2 hours later her time, calling me. We just talked to them. I got the name. I made contact. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Yes, it was on my crime page. Anyway, I just got that text from the lawyer. So I was so grateful. And so this is what, now I'm jumping this into the next thing. This is what eclipse energy is. Eclipse energy is a karmic energy. So depending on what's in your chart, so you've got your Virgos, nothing happens now. Nothing. Nothing. I mean, there's a trial next year. We'll see what happens. Yep. Of course I'm suing. But again, OJ's victims' families, the Goldmans, the Browns, they sued as well. They don't get anything, just the knowledge and the cock block. So you want to do this to somebody and pretend you didn't do it? We're going to now block you in life. It's very interesting how it works. God is very good. I am so grateful. But it's an eclipse thing. So it's an eclipse. We have an eclipse tonight. A full lunar eclipse, blood moon, full moon, blood moon. And it's at 2357 Pisces. So I had to write it down because it will go right out. It is the principle. It is. It's the blood moon. It's definitely the blood moon. We have Saturn sextile Uranus, sun moon opposition. That's what a full moon is. We have a full moon oppose Saturn and trining Uranus. Now, this is a combination of really interesting energy. First thing I want to start off with, if you want to accelerate your energy, accelerate your life, now I'm spitting everywhere, accelerate your life, accelerate your energy, put distilled water in a jug, put it in your window or outside. See, I don't know if it'll be raining here because it's been raining. It's in Virgo. Yeah, oh, sorry, I didn't say that. It's in Virgo. I get 2357. So put the very first thing I'm going to start saying though is put your water, distilled water outside. Get your moon water, get a mason jar, get your moon water. So put your water out there, activate it in the moonlight because it's an eclipse. Eclipses are portals. Portals move energy out and bring energy in or vice versa, however you want to word that. So when you're doing it, and let's say you got to cleanse your crystals, like you got to cleanse all of your stuff. So you can use that moon water to activate your crystals. You can soak your crystals in it. You can clean your porch with it, your door handles, your steps, all of that. 1111. That's so cute, Nola girl. You can do all of that. If you need to get rid of an annoying little asshole in your life, whatever, person, woman, man, they, them, neighbor, whoever, you can use the water to cleanse like that. You can do all of those things, but the moon water is exceptionally powerful because it's an eclipse. Eclipses are portals. So they move things in and out and shake shit up for like 6 months. Now, who is going to be affected, you ask? Virgo is going to be affected. Sun, moon, yes, I do know. Sun, moon, and rising in Virgo. Sun, moon, and rising in Pisces. Sun, moon, and rising in Sagittarius. Sun, moon, and rising in Gemini, because it's going to be the full squaring aspects, the oppositions and squares. So those people, but mostly your Virgo, okay, your Virgo and your Pisces. Oh my God, oh no, shit. Sorry, I just got a text from my friend Kim. Her father just passed right now. After I get off this, I'll talk. Oh my God, that's Keith's best friend's mom. So it's Keith's best friend, Jordan, one of his best friends, Jordan's grandpa's just passed. She messaged me this morning, Eclipse is taking him out. So he's going home. And by the way, when you pass on an eclipse, my blessings to Kim right now. I just read that right now as I can see it coming down my phone. When you pass on an eclipse, it takes you right out. There isn't the in-between. So I am glad he went out on an eclipse because it's the in-between that gets us stuck, like on not an eclipse. So when you die on an eclipse, you go right out. Yeah, I know. Poor Kim. Kim's in all my pictures. Jordan and Keith had the same bikes and have been buddies since they were this big on their little bicycles. Yeah, and so Kim was just asking me, she's like, I hope Keith crosses my dad over soon. Her dad had dementia. But I know. Now I'm reading all the texts coming in. Cindy's sending crying emojis. I'll have to call her when I get off here. You know I have a class tonight, so I want to get this out of my mouth quickly. Well, the full moon, as I was just saying, it's just such a weird day. Everything I say out of my mouth, I'm like, blah. But I'm glad because she was worried for him because she wanted him to pass and she wanted Keith. She said that last night. I want Keith to come help my dad cross. So I'm hoping Keith came through the veil and got her dad and crossed him. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Keith grew up in that house. Kim was like a second mom and Cindy was like a second mom and Kelly was like a second mom. Keithy went everywhere. It takes a whole bunch of moms to raise kids, okay? And yeah, I think he was 85 and really cute, like Kim, really cute. Like handsome. And her mom's so like alert and strong. So it's going to be very hard for her. Did we just hear Keith people? Yes, they got, yes, the court, yes, we did hear good news about the court case. You have to go back and look at the beginning. I don't want to repeat it again. Uh, but an eclipse, like for example, when an eclipse happens and the person passes on the eclipse, they're literally let out of the in-between. So that's a good thing. Like that's a quick exit and it's all karma done over. Okay, so that's a good thing. So that is very good. Eclipses are very much portals. So remember, what happens on an eclipse and leading up to an eclipse will take a 6-month time frame to kind of show itself. So for the next 6 months, this eclipse will affect you. So how do you know where it's affecting you? Okay, again, full moon, blood moon at 20, I thought that was a cat, it's my jacket. 23:57, what did I say Pisces for? Virgo. I said Pisces, I meant Virgo. It's like the dyslexia of Mercury retrogrades hitting me. 23:57 Virgo. It'll be 5 minutes to midnight. Okay, 5 minutes to midnight. And really, it's going to affect you. So look at your natal charts. Wherever your natal chart is, wherever on your natal chart Virgo is, look to see what is it 23 degrees. And wherever that is, like even if Virgo's on your 1st and 5th house because you have an intercept, whatever, look and see where that degree is. Look and see what planets are on that. Look and see what the birth aspects are in your natal chart. And that is how you will be able to know how it's affecting you. Now, the full solar eclipse, sun eclipse, on the 29th of March, I believe, is in Aries. It's at 9 degrees of Aries. So that's where you're going to look at that one. That's the one I'm super interested in because I have family members who have 9 degrees Aries rising ascendant. So I want to see what happens. You know, I believe mermaids must be real or we wouldn't have such mermaid lore. Like everything they tell us is not real is probably real. Honestly, excuse me. Conjunct my rising. That's not necessarily bad thing, love. That's not necessarily bad. What that is, when anything conjuncts your ascendant, it's really pushing you out for you to break the chains of what holds you back. Thank you for that. That's what it's doing. It's pushing you out there. So we have a lot of that. Oh, Virgo stellium, you must be just really funny when something goes wrong. You give them a tongue lashing and then go slash their tires. Sorry, I had to say it. Scorpio with Virgo is like, fuck, it'll spin your head around because the Virgo is so like hyper focused on what's going on and the Scorpio will kill you at a later date. That's hilarious. Yeah, so if you're Virgo, you're going to be affected. And of course, your opposition is Pisces. But look at Virgo's natural position in the 6th house. The 6th house is what we are fundamentally here to do. And the 12th house is the ethereal or spiritual world. So that access is being hit natally, naturally, and then it's where it is in your chart. So, yeah, that's what it is. Is Virgo moon psycho or what? I don't know what to say. You know, and I feel Virgo is the most psychic sign there is. I know, Pisces, don't yell at me. I know everybody says their sign's the most psychic. I've worked with psychics for over 40 years, psychics, mediums, metaphysicians, black magic, white magic, tarot card readers, astrologers, and the Virgo moon is by far the most psychic moon I've run into because it's matter of fact. It's not airy-fairy. It's not off in the ethers. It's just practical. Aw, same birthday. Thanks, Marilyn, for telling me that. Thank you. Are extremely, yeah, they're very tapped in, but they're matter-of-factly. That's what I like about Virgo. I mean, if you ask a Virgo, do I look fat? They'll fucking tell you. So don't ask one, okay? Just don't do it. Reframe. Ask a Pisces, they'll lie to you, and then you can feel better, right? No, Virgos aren't boring. Virgos aren't boring. Virgos are very etheric, but they're matter of fact. So their psychic intuition comes across like just common knowledge, but it's not. And they're usually practitioners in their field. Virgo, anything in predominance in a chart is absolutely focused on becoming the best and finding out every piece of information about whatever subject they can. So we have, hi from Australia. Yeah, we have that coming up. We have that. That is what we have coming in the next 6 months. We have, oh, it's eclipse season. Big time eclipse season, y'all. Yeah, so people say we're rude. Yeah, no, it's matter of fact. I have first house Virgo, Pluto and Uranus in the first house. So I'll cut you down with my words. And if I can't get you that way, I'll make sure you end up in a mental hospital. I've elevated past that, but I'm talking in my younger years. Like if you piss me off, I could make you cry by what I said to you. Virgo in the first house, although I'm not a Virgo rising, just last degree Leo rising, but I've got all that Virgo. But their mouth, their acumen to attack intellectually is super strong. I used to pretend I was really stupid because it didn't matter, and then I come out like that. Yeah, so there you go. But sharp tongues, and they will cut you. If you think a Virgo is going to criticize you, they will speak to your biggest insecurity and the most factual thing about you that you want to keep hidden. So don't piss them off because they'll fuck with your head. Mental gymnastics all day long. All day long. And if it's connected to their psychic ability, watch out because they're going to pull up what that is. So I like the Virgos. You know, I do. I'm sorry. But again, I come off like a Virgo because I got it in the first house. So I can be highly critical, but it's not highly critical. It's just do your job correctly. And, you know, like you guys will laugh, literally. So I just got a cap. I probably got blueberries. But anyway, I just got a cap on my tooth. And I went to my lovely dentist who is like, great. He put a cap up here. Perfect. First time. Perfect. I get this cap back first time. And I'm like, I don't like it. So the girl puts it in. I'm like, I don't like it. Thank you for the super chats. I'm like, I hate this cap. And they go, why? I go, it's too skinny. Never have I said anything is too skinny on me, okay? I go, we're not talking about my ass. The dentist is just like, what? I'm like, no, my tooth is too skinny. So when I looked at it, I could see the indent. And I'm like, now it makes the other teeth look even weirder. So he sent it back. So then 2 weeks later, I go in to meet the new tooth. I hate it. It's still not fat enough. So I'm trying to explain to him, I'm like, the temporary is perfect. Mimic that. He goes, but it's like not even like anatomically correct. I'm like, put that in my mouth. Third time he got it. Well, not him, the lab. And he's like, yeah, the skinny. She wants a fat tooth. I said, that's the only thing I want fat. I want it the same distance. So when I look in, I want to see the same fatness on both sides. That's Virgo. And it drives me crazy because I'm OCD and everything else. So and that's what I'm like. And now we're doing another cap because I have so many root canals and like 30-year-old fillings that they're taking out and like they've been root canaled, blah, blah, blah. So I don't use the gas. I try not to get him to give me any drugs. I don't want any drugs. I had to run into the dentist when they were working on Jason when he was younger. I'm like, don't give him the gas. No. Because he'll be, enjoying it. And I'm like, nope, no gas. Yeah, Virgo rising. My teeth are okay. They're all, they're chipped. I always want veneers to perfect them, but I'm going to wait. I'll do them when they do really chip all the way out. They're all like, see, Virgo, this one hangs down. Keith had the same teeth. Keith had my exact teeth the same length. But that's a Virgo thing. So when you look at yourself, any kind of perfectionism with self, OCD, OCD. I'm like OCD, ACD, whatever. OCD, got to be perfect. Got to curl this hair perfect. Don't get me going to the hairdresser because I'm like, I go home and I start shaving, like cutting my own hair. And it's like, they look at me like, what are you doing? I go back in. I'm like, I don't know how to get this angle. So they always have to fix my hair because I'm always shaving into the side of my head, cutting up here, adding here. That's why it's never right. That's the Virgo thing. But keep in mind that kind of understanding is able to pick information up and get the exact strand that you need as an intuitive, as a psychic, as all of that, the exact strand that you need of information. So they are literally perfect at extracting between this dimension and the ethereal because they work on the Virgo Pisces axis. So that's what they do. I had that haircut 4 years ago. Aw, I'd love to grow mine out. I just can't look at myself with it growing out. When it starts going here, I'm like, my face is being taken over by my Leo hair because it gets so thick and then it just goes out. And then I'm in a mom bob. So it either has to be short or long. I can't do the mom bob thing. That makes me nuts because then I feel like plain Jane on me. I don't like it. Thank you for that. I don't like it. Not my friend. Do you mean do other Virgos, are they clairaudient? I'm sure they express the gamut of whatever psychic abilities, right? So yeah, I'm sure they can do whatever psychically, whatever thing. Yeah, Virgo sun, Pisces moon. You're being hit by the eclipse. Yeah, we're Leos. I mean, we're just going to have a good time with the eclipse. That's it. We're not getting bitch slapped. I've gotten some good news. I was really happy to hear about my son because it's really the only thing that makes me tick at this point in my life. So I wanted to hear something about my child. It's such a long, all you parents out there that have experienced this understand it. It's a long ass thing. You know, it's a long thing. It's very long. And my lovely lawyer, Karen, she stepped in 2 weeks before I was going to get bashed by the court, meaning I was going to get all kinds of, what do they call those things? Sanctions. I was already getting sanctions because I wasn't answering because I didn't know how to answer. So Karen stepped in, and you know how I found her? I was looking through Yelp. I'm looking for motorcycle accidents, personal injury, all of that. And I saw this really attractive blonde woman, and I'm like, that's my lawyer. and she took it. I phoned her assistant, Kelly, so shout out to Kelly. And he put the message through, and then he screened me, and she took the case over, literally. And I'm so grateful. Like, she's just been miraculous. She just chopped through it, understood what my goal was, and our goal as a family, and so directed us like that rather than just taking us down wild goose chases kind of thing. So I am so grateful for that. And she's lovely, like just lovely. Leo moons, dramatically emotional. I used to be so dramatic. Keith used to look at me like, really? Jason just shake his head, not say anything. Keith would be like, really? Like that craziness. Yeah, so it's just musically inclined. You are so, I don't know who you're talking to. I'm like, who's musically inclined? But yeah, so I was very lucky, but I've got to tell you, you have to keep moving forward, and it's in the blind action that becomes purposeful action, that becomes movement forward, and then those that need to come into your path are put into your path. So I gave some tips before how to collect it. Yeah, there you go. Little Virgo babies. Little Virgo babies. I don't know what to think of Aquarius. I mean, I guess they're fine. I'm not really in the realm of a lot of Aquarius. You know, they roll on the same, they're my opposition. So they're the Leo Aquarius opposition, 5th, 11th house. So, you know, it depends. They're weirdos. Thanks, Jade. Jade said what I was thinking. It's not that. What I find with Aquarius, and a lot of them, and remember, Aquarius rules bears. I love bears. Aquarius rules bears, and it rules astrology. Uranus does, which is Aquarius's ruling planet. So, and Aquarius and Saturn used to run together like a gang, you know. So Karma, Capricorn, Aquarius, they kind of run in tandem. Freedom, actions and reactions for your freedom. So Saturn and Uranus. I must be free at all costs. So I call Aquarius's computer brains because they think detached, okay? They think in a detached manner. But I also see Aquarius as really stubborn and sometimes very focused on self. So it's the same access as Leo. Both Leo and Aquarius can be that. But I call them computer brains because they disconnect from the emotional. So often they're seen as somewhat cold and aloof. This is just random, okay? Not everybody. So don't come in the don't email me or whatever it is you do and get all bent out of shape because I'm not listening. Okay, y'all, I've got to run. I came on, yeah, I got to run. I've got to get to class, but here's what I want to say. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. What was I going to say? I'm opening up my calendar, so by tomorrow, but check back later tonight. I have to sit still to look through my calendar book to see when I'm open to take clients. And then Paul will put it up. Don't yell at Paul. Don't yell at me. You know who you are. And then, so what I'm doing, and with Andrew's help, because he edits my videos. So I have a Patreon, and the Patreon is a subscription-based tier, $5 a month. And then Paul is my web guy who helps me with technical stuff when it comes to the computer. Anyway, Andrew's been editing my videos. We have a Patreon. It's $5 a month. I only have one tier, and it's the Toxic tier, which is the name of my warehouse, which is the name of my new business. And I post my videos there first. So the Patreon viewers get the Jenny Rivera video 3 days before the YouTubers do. So I'm trying to upload a video to Patreon on Monday and YouTube on Thursdays. That's what I'm trying to do. I have uploaded the newest video on Patreon, which is Vanity, Denise Matthews. I'm also going on, yeah, it's not spelled like that. It's toxique in French. Toxique in French. Okay. Yes. And there, yes, exactly. In French. It's a French spelling for toxic. Toxic. So I will be adding more videos to the Patreon that are exclusive as I go, but I literally just started. So today I put up Vanity, which Andrew edited for me. He's been editing clips and helping me with my media presence, which is, I am so grateful. So go watch his videos because they are really good. He's a really articulate interviewer. So we are doing that. That's what we're doing. So the Patreon's over there, starting small. I don't know how many people I have. So I'm doing that. And then, and then I'm going on to Rumble. So I'll be live streaming on multiple platforms at once at different times. I'm just learning how to do all this. If I make a mistake, don't fuck with me because I don't know. I'm trying. You know what I mean? So I'm trying. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Johnny has opened his eyes and is conscious. He's out of the coma or whatever they call it. So he's awake and he is acknowledging that he knows like who people are. I'm so grateful. I was so sad when this happened to him. So sad. So anyway, that's my plan, to open the calendar later tonight. Now I'm going to class, so it might not get open till 9 o'clock tonight or thereabouts. Check back. Excuse me. And then I hear you want the text messages open, so I'm going to do that as well. If I haven't answered your question, which some people are like, you didn't answer me from November, please get into my face on my work phone and keep bugging me till I answer. No, Johnny, my friend that helped me do the warehouse. Johnny, my friend that does construction, our family friend. He's actually a friend of both me, John, Lori, Jason, and Keith, like a friend of all of ours. And he was in a massive car accident like 3 weeks ago. And he opened his eyes 2 days ago. I'm so grateful. No, it's my friend, John, not my husband, John, who's an ex-husband. I'm trying to get the astrology done. You guys, it is, I know I've said this for 5 years. I've been dealing with so much in the last 5 years. You have no idea. I am also leaving at the end of this month. So I'm going to one of my events, which I'll post online. That is what I will do. I will do the best that I can do, and that is what I will do. Yes. My Rumble is under my name, Sloan Bella. Now, just so you know, I'm filming on my regular personal cell phone. This is my business phone. If you can't reach me and you text me questions like, I don't mean to bother you, which is really sweet, but I don't answer this phone unless I have readings. If I don't read for a month, I will never, ever look at it because it gives me anxiety. The questions, when are you doing this? When are you doing that? Just because you have my phone number for my text messages makes me crazy. So I put it in a drawer, or in this case, turn it off and leave it on the table. And that's it. And I won't, that's just who I am. Sorry. True story. So I'm really being honest. So like you can message Kenna and she can answer, but like I don't answer. I don't answer questions like that. I can't. There's too many. I can't. So what I'm saying is the readings are being open and I'm going to open for like 3 days the text questions and I will come back on Monday and answer those. And then I'm going to shut it down again. And then can you drink the moon water? I suppose you could if you wanted to cleanse and you were sure. Yeah, of course. I'm going to be doing that at the end of the month. Of course. Yes. You could drink the moon water if you wanted to clear your body out, I expect. And you can add crystals to your moon water, make it distilled water, put it in your thing, put it in your fridge, save it, that kind of thing. Yeah, do that. All right, you guys, I've got to run because I cannot be late because tonight's teacher is a rollerblader. She's like gorgeous, athletic, and she bends you into a pretzel, and she's also a roller derby girl. She's filling in for Tempest, so we're going to get our asses kicked. All right, you guys. Happy eclipse, happy full blood moon in Virgo, 23 degrees and 57 seconds. All right, so peace out, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye. If you're on the Patreon, the new video with Vanity's up. If you like Roller Boogie, if you're on YouTube, Jenny Revere is up. Check it out. Check out Andro's channel, One-on-One with Andro, Andro. Check that out. He's got different kinds of, Jennifer, thank you for that. Oh my goodness, I'm just leaving, right? Thank you for the super chat, Jennifer. Thank you. Hi, Erica from Burbank. I know Erica. I think that's the Erica I know. I always ask that every single time. Thank you, Jen, for that. Thank you so much. It's all going to the warehouse at this point. We know this. Moonwalking, exactly. Moonwalking. So remember to check back my calendar later tonight because I will have spots open. I just have to text Paul, and now I'm driving, so I can't do that right now, but I will do it. Okay. So there you go. Okay, bye, you guys. Have a good night. Have a happy eclipse. Collect your moon water. Cleanse your crystals in it. Put it in your fridge. Clean your door handles and front door. And if there's anybody that bothers you or whatever, put a little bit of moon water like around you, on your desk at work. People touch your chair, on your buttons on your coat. That's right. And move your energy forward because that's what we're doing. You can use spring water, sure. Yeah, I'm just saying distilled because God knows in Los Angeles what's going through the water. Okay, bye, you guys. Have a good night. Bye. Thank you all. Thanks, Jen, and everybody for the super chats. Thank you so